In 2004, I decided to dispel with the karate chops and extremely high kicks, and begin focusing on what is important, banging women all over the globe, and becoming friends with Vlad Put. It wasn't easy. I had to do a lot of walking and standing, and I even had to eat some vegetables, but I had plans to take over the world, and my cock would be in the mouths of every person in every country.
All right, welcome, everyone, one and all. As you saw there, Big Daddy just laying out his plans for the future. Thank you all for joining me this Sunday, the whatever it is of August. God damn, the years go fast. But good to see you all. I'm glad you're all well. Well, I hope you're all well. I'm assuming you're all well. Again, yeah, thank you for joining me. I've got a few things going on tonight. There's a few different shenanigans playing out. Of course, there's going to be Richie. I'm just trying to figure. Sorry, just bear with me a sec. Normally, I got the chat up, but I forgot to do that this time. So, nope. Let's screw that. We're gonna go bam, bam. How is everyone in the chat? You guys type away. I can't actually see what you're typing at this point because I haven't opened the the chat window yet, but we'll get there. How is everyone in the chat? Shut up. That's me. All right, let's pop this bad boy out. All right, usual suspects: Samantha, Scotty, etc. Michael, Zig, Glowing. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you, mate. There. Let me just get to live chat so then we can see what's going on. All right, that's better. All right, Mr. Batraf. Okay, I like that. That's a fresh name. Michael Myers. Yeah, don't kill anybody. Oh shit, Kev. How are you, mate? Josh, what's going on, legends? If I missed anyone, Rad, I apologize. Good to see you all. Humongous, of course. What I love about Seagalian Sundays, other than the fact that you're all champions, is the fact that it's a good bunch of people. And every now and again, you come across a bit of a douchebag who's a bit of a pain in the ass, who makes life difficult for everyone. We won't name names, but I think everyone knows what we're talking about. And there's some people that have been here for a long time. A lot of you guys might not remember that. Well, some of you will, but some of you may not. About a year ago, I had some issues where I was in a bit of a tough spot, and my computer kicked it. And some people helped me get through that time. A lot of you core guys out there, and a special shout out to Samantha and Scotty for that. And there's what I call a bad faith actor who's floating around between mine and Humongous' stream trying to cause trouble, which for me is just a bit of a sad existence. But as I said to Sam, people in the chat know what's up and who's who, so I wouldn't worry too much about this person, whoever the fuck they are, or these kind of people. I spend a lot of time on the internet, so I see a lot of really negative people who I can't believe waste their time doing what they do. But they exist among us, unfortunately. We have to exist with them. But yeah, this community here is definitely one of the best because, like I said, I spend a lot of time going around and seeing what is happening on the internet. And the amount of positivity and just chill vibes in this community is awesome. So yeah, special shout out to all of you, but especially those that helped during the channel's tough period. And now we're okay. We're kicking along nicely, and we're having jolly good times. So now tonight's agenda. Well, it's an interesting one. The reason why I played that at the start is I know we started watching it a while ago. We watched Seagal's biography. Now we're not going to watch it again, but it did give me an idea. Okay. That biography was done in 2004, which means there's only a biography of Seagal from 1985 to 2004. There is nothing from 2004 until 2025, which, if you ask me, is the golden era of Seagal and where we really should be covering his shenanigans. So I thought we'll watch the 2004 biography. Now, not all of it, because I've cut it up to get all the juicy bits, of course. That's what I do. But then I thought, we might want to consider, well, I definitely will, and I might get your assistance, of course, Seagalians. We should do a biography from Seagal from 2004. Exactly right, Glowing. Spot on, mate. The sitting years. I wouldn't necessarily call it the golden years, the seated years. We should do a biography from 2004 to 2025, encompassing him in all of his glory. Now, with the beauty of AI, as you saw at the start there, I could also do it in an autobiographical format where Steven Seagal is actually narrating his own life. Now, I'm just going to throw a poll out there now. I'm going to say that we're all on board for the biography idea. I'm sure about that. Now, should we do, or should I / we do it in biography, narrator, autobiography, Seagal narrating? That's what I want to know. Now, I'm excited about this because sometimes you just, look, sometimes you do this and you go through the motions and you do your movie reviews and you do this, you do that, and it's fun. Don't get me wrong. It's always fun watching the Seagal shitstorm. But then sometimes you come across an idea where you think, Dad, that could be some real fun making that. And I think people might enjoy that as well. And I feel like the autobiography or the biography might be one of those ones where it's a bit of a gem. You're thinking Seagal voice, Max? Okay, I like it. The voice W is. So at some point, we'll watch some of the highlights of his biography. And I've condensed it down from 45 minutes to about 13 minutes because otherwise it'll take a while. Because we will stop and comment. And there may or may not be some quiz questions in there as well, as you'd expect. Well, there's definitely some quiz questions in there, as you'd expect. So there's that. I've got Attack Force. I haven't finished it, but I've got pretty much half of it done, so we can watch a bit of that, my video that I'm making. Again, first draft. I'd like to reveal that to you guys. And then we've got some random things to watch. Now, we're going to start with this, okay? We're going to go off topic a little bit. You should make a section of a solid 2 minutes and have him say that was the CIA years. Well, the CIA years were before 2004. We can, I think in the autobiography or the biography, I'll do a version where we do a rundown of his first 20 years, but it's the following 20 years, like 85 to 2004, those 19, 20 odd years, they're awesome. But 2004 to 2025, where the History Channel hasn't covered him, that's the part I think I can help out with. A documentary about buffets. Pretty much a documentary about buffets, seagulls, cookies. I mean, the Cookie Monster. If I could do some kind of AI video with Seagal and the Cookie Monster hanging out, I mean, that's gold right there. Maybe not for anybody else, but we do have some random Seagal videos today. And Humongous, I'm not sure if you're out there, but we'll play your video later on as well. Just your audio. I've got your audio on Discord, so just remind me to play that later so I don't forget Humongous or anyone else who has a better memory than I do. But I wanted to play this first. I don't know if you guys know who Rampage Jackson is. Rampage Jackson is an MMA fighter, and he was a badass dude. And I liked him when he was coming up. And he's got a son, okay, who also presumably knows how to fight to some degree because his dad was an MMA champion at one stage and a badass dude. And this guy had a run-in with a wrestler. Well, his son had a run-in with a wrestler. And he was supposed to just get on stage and powerbomb the guy, and that was it. But they had an altercation beforehand, allegedly, where the wrestler smashed a beer on his head. And he apologized, and apparently they're all good. And then this happened on the night of the event.
You kill me!
So I just want to make a note, right? That was all part of the script, but the power bomb knocked him out. That wasn't part of the script. Neither was what went on right now after this. Oh, damn, you guys can't see. Sorry. See, Sam? Where would I be without you? All right, here we go. Let's try this again.
You kill me!
Dude, he was just unloading on a guy who's unconscious. At that point, he's holding his head with one hand while he's punching it with the other. And these aren't baby punches. Dude, that guy had to run in from the crowd to stop it. I mean, this is ridiculous.
Hey, you gotta stop this shit, man. Oh. Stop this shit, man.
I was trying to kill him. No, there was no on the same page. They had a bit of a history, Kev, apparently, where this guy the other guy smashed a beer on his head. He apologized, allegedly. But nonetheless, I mean, that was a good 20 punches, man, of someone who's unconscious. I mean, there's no need for that. He was out cold. And then he copped about 20 punches, and people were trying to pull him off. And he's still going. I mean, that was nuts. Yeah, you're not wrong, Glowing. It really is.
Stop this shit, man.
I mean, they have to hold him back. They have to hold him back. Three people get in there to hold him back, and this guy's doing the shoulder pin.
Stop this shit, man.
Yeah, Kev, I'm pretty sure the wrestler's idea was the power bomb. I don't think the wrestler's idea was to get punched 20 times in the face afterwards. Regardless of whether or not he's unconscious, I mean, I think those punches clearly weren't part of the script. I think we can agree that was improvised by young Rampage. But anyway, that's some brutal shit, man. Seagal definitely taught him that punch. He did. All right. So we're going autobiographical in nature. I like that. All right, then let's see. Let's go with let's poll it up for Paul, because I mean, if we're not gonna.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you very much, Paul.
Richie!
What we doing first? Attack Force partial video, autobiography. Clips up to 2004. Random Seagal stuff. I'm going to put it to a vote because that's what we do here, because we're doing it for Paul, obviously. Also, you'll know there's one more thing that's been added to the list.
Look at it, a faggot! Look at it, a faggot!
I forgot to do it last week, but I made sure it was back this week.
Look at it, a faggot!
I actually should add let me tack up as well. That's a good point. Who said that? Tack pack. Kuro. I should add let me tack up on there. I think that's a good idea. That's definitely a good idea. I came across some, I mean, I'll put it up anyway. I came across some random Seagal videos that are a bit of fun while waiting for the poll to play out. But, you know, he's still getting some love out there. This is Steven Seagal, Can't Get Out of Bed.
Now I feel like I can't get out of bed. I can't get out the bed. Seem like all I wanna do is sleep.
So, someone decided to do that. The Daily Seagal. So there's a channel called The Daily Seagal. I wonder if that's one of our guys. I wonder if that's one of our crew. Because there's someone who's uploading Daily Seagal videos. Steven Seagal opens the blinds and sees a drone. Steven Seagal can't get out of bed. Steven Seagal needs to find a bathroom ASAP. I mean, I like it. I'm interested in his Steven Seagal is interested and wants to know more. Yeah, I've got that clip. I like this guy's attitude. Steven Seagal gets an important phone call from Travis. This guy's a bit of a legend. Whoever you are, Daily Seagal, I appreciate you. Come and say hello. I like his vibe. Oh shit, that was an accidental fucking. Oh damn, man, that's annoying. I just accidentally closed that window. Damn. I think that's it. One sec. Is this the one? All right, one sec. I'm gonna play a song. I'm gonna play a song that I found, and then I have to find. Okay. This is the dilemmas you have when you're stoned and shit. Where is it? There we go. Okay, we'll get to that later. Well, I'm gonna let the poll play out a little bit more. I'll play this gentleman's interpretation of Steve. It's not a bad video. I'll give him Integrity Films, and he's named after Randy Marsh's weed farm. By the way, I like that clip of Big Daddy doing dumbbell curls.
He's a sheriff and a bluesman too. Action star and he can play a tune. Steven Seagal in a wild charade. He's a master of every trade. Cooking sushi with a samurai's grace. Beating up guys all over the place. Playing the guitar in a smoky bar. Chasing shadows near and far.
I mean, it's all right. 15-pound curl. It is tough. And hey, at least he's got some weights on the bar, unlike was it Hard to Kill, where he had nothing on the bar.
In a black coat, he's the renegade. From martial arts to serenades, he's a jack of all trades, but never fades. Living legend in his own parade. Karate chopping through the night, solving mysteries in plain sight.
It's a good song. Sorry to interrupt. At the Edge of Space, This Is the True Religion. I don't know if that's from Seagal's movie, but I like it.
Sight. Teaching kids to stand up tall. Seagal's got the answer for it all. All people near and far know he's a super shining star. From action flicks to reality shows, Seagal's a hero everyone knows.
I think he's making the point here. Marksman, martial arts, nuclear weapons, that's his expertise. All G-level agents, extremes. Okay, I don't know what that is. He was in Germany in 97. That scene, they replayed this. I remember this movie. I can't remember what movie it was, but they replayed that scene like 4 times in the movie, like slow motion replays. That's probably some crackers. I haven't got those scenes, but that's great. He's blowing up a helicopter with a pistol. That seems likely. And this is possibly one of the best scenes ever. I've never seen this one. I'm going to give this guy some good editing. I'm going to give this guy a thumbs up. He deserves it.
He's been in the CIA, the FBI, promoted to the top. He didn't even try. Even been a lumberjack, cutting down timber. A master chef, a doctor, even a Nobel Prize winner.
Yeah, he was a professor. I think I was Driven to Kill. He's a professor. Yeah, that run. It is hilarious.
Just try and get in his way. He's not bothered by what people say. Seagal owns a dojo in Tokyo, but he could be a lawyer in San Francisco. In a black coat, he's the renegade. From martial arts to serenades, he's a jack of all trades, but never never fades, living legend in his own parade. Forever in his own parade.
It's a good song. I'll give it to him. I dig it. I respect it. I definitely respect it. I already had it up there. All right. Now, I've got a compilation of Seagal fighting. It's a recent one, which is good because it encompasses more of his more recent films. There's a lot of conversations. It is a great song, by the way. I'm actually jealous. That guy deserves praise. And I'd say he wrote that himself. It wasn't AI written because it's very specific to Seagal. And I don't think AI would be good enough to write that. So props off to your Integrity Films. That was his name, Integrity Films. He should have been cast. Not a professor. It was a good song and not only that, it was the editing of the video clips that also made it good. That's one more thing. You reckon AI lyrics, Humongous? It's very specific to Seagal, though. Not as specific as, let's say, mine, but they were very specific. But it was also his video clips that were pretty good. I'll play yours at some point. Actually, I'll play Humongous's now. Now I don't know if I should, because then it's like take care, Glowing. Be well, my man. Always good to see you, brother. Where are we? See if I can find you. I'll get Humongous up. All right. Country version.
Just when you thought you'd heard it all, here is another song about Steven Seagal, the king of the cookies, the master of martial arts, the Wu-Tang slave, sex machine who rips horrendous farts. He is unstoppable in every movie role. His hair is black, like West Virginia coal. He snatches motherfucker birthdays every day. Steven Seagal doesn't play. He should have been the Predator. He could have played Dutch. He would have fought against himself. It wouldn't bother him much. He could have played RoboCop, but instead he became one in real life. I will never understand how he got such a hot wife. He is unstoppable in every movie role. His hair is black, like West Virginia coal. He snatches motherfucker birthdays every day. Because Steven Seagal doesn't play. Steven Seagal was an action hero, and now he's a B-movie zero. He went from kicking ass and reading the rights to sitting down while he fights. He always gets the girl, no matter the age, but don't eat his cookies or he will go into a rage. He will trash your bar and kick your ass, all to find Richie, that little smart ass. He will waddle chase you down the road because he wants a good pussy that he is owed. He is unstoppable in every movie role. His hair is black, like West Virginia coal. He snatches motherfucker birthdays every day. Because Steven Seagal doesn't play. I don't know how he hooked up with Kelly LeBrock. I know he should have been in that movie, The Rock. I know one thing, winners fuck the prom queen and have a black belt and bullshit. He is unstoppable in every movie role. His hair is black, like West Virginia coal. He snatches motherfucker birthdays every day. Because Steven Seagal doesn't play. Because Steven Seagal doesn't play.
That's a good song, Humongous. Well done. I like you. You go for the country tinge. I like it. It's all right. It's good. Yo, country tinge. He couldn't remember because the card was covered in chocolate. No lying about his cock. But don't worry. I'll make plenty of comments about his cock. No, so what have we got going on? We got 39. Well, we're doing Seagal stuff anyway. Then we'll go to Attack Force. This is a compilation of Seagal's great fights. By the way, I didn't realize that he allows himself, and Seagal they're beating on, guys. Can we just stop for a second? That's supposed to be Seagal they're beating on. But if anyone took as many punches as either of these people or as many kicks as Seagal, you'd be done for. Hey, it's not done yet, Dave. He gets more of a beatdown. That's supposed to be Seagal copying Seagal's facial expression as he gets smashed by a pole. He's getting beat by a metal pole. What are we doing here? This is 2008. This is unacceptable, Seagal. This is horrible. Look, these are just horribly shot. It's not really him getting beat on, but nonetheless, it's just horribly shot. Look at the editing. Take her statement. He means he needs to go and bang her. Let's just all agree on that. Because just looking at the young lady, I imagine she has a good pussy. Good pussy. Be a great. I'm gonna have to review this movie soon because not only is there a lot of shitty fight scenes, right? There also appears to be a lot of shitty shooting scenes where he closes his eyes, which will make for great slow mo. Now he's popping off on everyone. I mean, okay, this one I've done. Sunti, are you in the mood for a dance? He didn't want to use guns in this movie, though. By the way, for those of you that aren't familiar, this is the movie where he does the slide along the floor, the magical slide, the Superman slide. I hope they show it. Does anyone know what that means? Does anyone know army hand lingo? Can anyone translate this army hand lingo? There's 3 people there, and then there's 3 more people somewhere else. And then we'll go that way, and then you go that way, and he's gonna do something. Fucking hell, he just killed everyone. He just killed about 12 people, by the way, with 6 shots. I don't know if you noticed that, but he literally killed 12 people with 6 shots. Yeah, I mean, that's phenomenal. Clear. Belly of the Beast. I'm sorry, Nuno, and I'm sorry, Mike. Belly of the Beast was dog shit. It was dog shit like everything else. There's a lot of his hand waving. He was going through his spiritual phase here, where he didn't want to fight and shit. It was dog shit. Sorry, lads, it was dog shit. In a brilliant way, but it was dog shit. I mean, good on him for getting Ryu to hang out with him, but I mean, he literally just took out 12 people with 6 shots, and now it takes him 85 shots to take out 2 blokes. That's right. This is the one where his daughter goes missing, right? With the friend or whatever. This was filmed in Thailand, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't seen one single reload yet, by the way. The entire army's after them. But they don't know who they're fucking with. This is also the movie where he goes in someone's, he looks in someone's fridge. I don't know if you guys remember that, but he looks through someone's fridge. I think they thought these action scenes looked cool. feels like a Matrix scene. I'm just waiting for someone to cartwheel on one hand while they're shooting. Yeah, they're just all about shooting here. As many rifle shots and whatever else they can do. That's all that matters. Again, this has no Aikido in it at all. I don't know why they're even showing us this. I'm here for the Aikido. I'm not here for the bangity bangity. This guy's pretty much just put a whole movie clip in. Honestly, I feel like the director just said, "Can we put guns in this?" Yep. And the editor said, "How many?" And the director said, "Fucking all of them."
Richie.
Okay, this is where things get good. Sorry, I was wrong. This is where he cuts the I don't know if you guys have seen this, but this is where he slices the arrow in half. The guy shoots the arrow, mind you, and he hasn't even picked up the sword yet. But from the time this gentleman shoots the arrow to the time it gets to him, he has enough time to choose a sword, pick it up, and slice it. Oh no, I was wrong. Sorry, he shoots it. I forgot. Wrong movie. Sorry, I forgot. Wrong movie. He shoots it. That's how things work. Actually, no, he does it now. That's right. I wasn't wrong. Thanks, Mike. Correct. So, sorry, the arrow's halfway down already. The arrow's already halfway down. He missed with the bullet. He hasn't even chosen the sword yet. He hasn't even seen the sword. The arrow's halfway there, but yet... Okay, he missed... Okay, sorry, I was wrong on that one. Okay. There's a lot of big dick energy flowing right now. I think what you're trying to say, Humongous, is trying to say fat tricks. Is that what it's supposed to be? Instead of Matrix, it's a fat tricks. All right, here it comes. All right, the arrow's moving already. He hasn't just shot it. I mean, I buy it. I have no reason to doubt it. This looks like the dude that played a young Ip Man in the Ip Man movies, the Chinese version, not the mainstream. Well, not the mainstream one with Donnie Yen. Yeah. No one cares about you, man. We're here for... Here we go. We're here for Seagal. Some really, really quick editing, but as you can see, facial expressions are awesome. Definitely Seagal. I mean, if anyone thinks he couldn't do that, then you're full of shit. Definitely him, Nuno. What are you talking about, mate? That was 100% him. I mean, obviously the best is when he goes flying across the room, but I don't want to ruin it for everybody. It's not actually voodoo. That's just Seagal's diabetes kicking in right now. It's coincidental.
You might defeat me, but
But for those of you that don't know, right, Seagal's got a secret weapon on his team. He's got a bunch of spiritual monks that love him. Oh no, he lost the sword. Oh no. See, the monks are all cheering for Seagal because, you know, he's one of them. This guy starts jerking off. I don't know how that's going to help. And that was at least 90-degree angle. Can we just agree on that at least? That was at least a 90-degree angle kick. Boom. I mean, I'll put the word, I'll say allegedly, but you're probably not far off, Kev, if we're being honest. Oh, it's hand wavy time. I mean, he's throwing more kicks in this movie than he's thrown in his entire life. I mean, can we all agree that this wouldn't do shit? That right there, that's not gonna do shit. Yeah, I mean, you can do that all fucking day. It's not gonna do shit to someone's face. I'm sorry, especially with very minimal movement. I don't care how much power he thinks he has. It's a spiritual battle, y'all. Back of his head is mostly titanium. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Fuck him up. Here comes the flow. Here comes the big punch. Yeah, that looks completely legit, right? Can we all agree on that? That's how physics works. Send it, bitch. Send it. No, what do we got next? Ethnic fluid, Kuro. So he pretty much sees any kind of any signal of any kind of specific cultural thing. He's going on in this one as well. Mercenary for Justice. We did that already. We saw Mr. Poo Poo. Poo-poo head.
You looking for me?
Yeah, that's it for you, poop hole.
Poop hole. Poop hole's dead. We've seen that one before, so we're going to skip that one. Because of my big hands and the keto, I can throw them into shit, no problem. That's a good call. I should get him to write that. I should get him to say that. You know what Van Damme probably thinks about this?
Look at it, a faggot. Look at it, a faggot.
For the ride. Who knows? She could come in useful.
Okay, I haven't seen Submerged, so maybe I have, but I don't remember it.
Can't leave me here! They're gonna blow this place sky high! Then let me make this painless for you. Set this to overload. You know, I've only had this car a couple of weeks, you know?
Okay. When's Big Daddy get on the scene? Okay, Big Daddy arrives. Big Daddy arrives now. There he is. I mean, that dude could have taken off, and he could have gone at it a lot quicker. That's going to be most of the budget right there. Okay, when did he get out of the car? There we go. Okay, now he's out. Now he's out. Showing his master shooting skills. Dude, Prince of Thieves was awesome. I saw that the other day again. I haven't watched it in years, but I saw it again with Kevin Costner, fucking Morgan Freeman. Little John was a legend from Prince of Thieves. Yeah, all good, Kev. If you're talking about the conflict with Cambodia, or you just mean in general? Because yeah, it's pretty. I mean, the conflict is not around me, still happening, but you know, there's shit going on everywhere in the world, as you know. But all in general, mate, I'm pretty good. Thank you. Do you think BMW paid to have their logo? I think definitely they paid. You don't get this kind of you don't get this exposure for free. Alan Rickman was great in that as the sheriff of Nottingham. He really played that. I think he went in a different direction. What was probably the original plan, but it was a great performance. So far, we've literally just seen one Aikido action scene in this. This motherfucker's got 8 million views. Now, fair enough. It's, you know, action clips, but damn. You know, I don't think I've ever seen him with a shotgun before. It's one of the first times. Well, the thing is, Pagan, Alan Rickman's just an actor, but Seagal's a musician, an actor, an activist. What else does he do? He's a chef. He's just a cook. He's many things. Suburb made me want a BMW for sure. All bad guy stuff. All right, it's time for Seagal to fight the bad guys. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. It's a big boys. It's a big boys scene. Honestly, does he ever film any fight scenes in less than 5 fucking clips, like edits? There are at least like 10 edits between each fight scene. Is there any scene like Tony Jaa? I don't know if you guys have seen The Protector, what's called Tom Yong-gun in Thai, or Ong Bak, but those scenes filmed with like, and same as John Wick. You guys have seen John Wick, obviously. It's just not even close. I bet you that's not him. That is definitely not him. 100% not him. He's not doing that for shit. Yeah, awesome. That was no. I was disappointed with the lack of a keto there, but in hindsight, when you watch a lot of his clips, and these fit into our 2004 to 2025 biography, by the way, autobiography. This is basically how the movies went, so it's all kind of going downhill from there. All right, we're moving on. We're gonna do Attack Force, and we'll jump into the autobiography. And then I think we'll have a bit of time. We'll take some notes for the autobiography. Now, I did ask ChatGPT. Actually, we'll get into that later. I don't want to get into it now. We'll get into it later. But AI shit, like Humongous mentioned earlier, that everything AI does is soulless. It doesn't have any vibes behind it, you know. Brandon Couture have been paid to get beaten easily, so you could say, yeah. He did beat up GSP. He did beat up Randy Couture too. Who else? Steve Austin. Technically not a real fighter, but Steve Austin got beat up as well. All right, where are we? So this is my first draft of my video. Last week we just went through the movie and did a bit of clips. Now this is my kind of edited version. I've got about 6 minutes. I'm probably halfway through. I agree with you, Kev. AI's got a while to go before it's going to be anywhere near a level where I guess people will trust it or feel comfortable around it, or it can even do human-like things. It can do basic things right now that don't require a human touch, but there's a certain elements of a human doing it that an AI agent can't replace yet, in my opinion, anyway. Does a kiddo go down? But it's spray. Okay. Yeah, I agree with you. All right. So they're going to go about 6 minutes of this shit. And again, any feedback is welcome. It's only the first draft, but again, usually it doesn't end up the way it does now. But this was probably the worst movie, Attack Force. One, because there's literally no fighting in it, and then the fighting scenes are horrible. The storyline is crap. Seagal's voice is not even in it. Well, again, for those of you that were here last week, I think you probably got the gist of how shit this movie is, but let's get into it.
What the fuck am I watching?
Steven Seagal's Attack Force is a movie. Did I put my camera on? I did, sorry. Barely, but it is a movie. And he is in the movie physically. Physically, he's in the movie, but his voice only makes a cameo appearance randomly.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I set it up. Well, we will call in when the time is right.
I'm going to have somebody very high up in your government call you immediately and explain to you.
Hey, man, Steven Seagal here. He's a movie star.
Often it just changes mid-scene.
I will lead the attack force and push forward towards Arun's base.
We believe that the perimeter is secure and we will be able to stop any breaches.
It literally does do that a lot. I've watched this movie 3 times. Now, granted, thanks, Monster. I appreciate it, mate. Thank you. I've watched this movie 3 times, and I got to be honest, I wasn't paying attention all the way through because it's hard, because it's a shit movie. I just look for Seagal stuff. But I still don't really understand what the movie was really about. Yeah, 3 times, man. 3 times, Dave. And I still don't really understand what the fuck is going on. It's just so shit. Why? Well, because this piece of shit was changed from an alien invasion movie to a drug movie and makes about as much sense as this.
And I believe that our education, like such as in South Africa and the Iraq, everywhere like such as, and
I mean, I didn't want to do it dirty, but I was just trying to make a point that it doesn't make any sense. So when I typed into YouTube ramblings, I mean, this poor lady came up, and I do remember that speech back in the day. But yeah, she's my example of incoherent shit. Big Daddy Double Chin plays Colonel Marshall Lawson, some government agency superstar.
Big surprise. Huge surprise.
That has to stop someone or something from doing something or other. It is never really made clear.
I really don't give a fuck.
Steven Seagal is here to save the world and make everything ace.
We're going to turn that down. It's a bit loud.
Steven Seagal was born with the blood of almost every single race.
There are people shooting at each other, but Sensei Short Round arrives on scene to kill some dude and take a briefcase that is never mentioned ever again. Take it easy, PSP. Have a good night, my man. If you watch Space Ice, you will ask, how is this better than Van Damme? Well, it is way better than Van Damme. It's a Seagal. Seagal's voice dub is pissed off that he has to try and sound like Seagal's stupid southern accent and tells the director to get fucked.
And now you sit back and expect me to clean up after him? That's not going to happen, you hear?
Even by Seagal standards, he looks completely disinterested in starring in this turd of a movie.
Look at it, fuck it.
It doesn't take long before the lads get out their knee pads and slobber all over Big Daddy's sausage.
Marshall Lawson. The man walks with an air of confidence it's rarely seen in this day and age.
There's just two things you need to know about Marshall Lawson. One is he's a bad motherfucker. And two, he's a bad motherfucker.
I hear that.
The boys get invited to a massive Big Papa pounding party orgy after shooting.
Here's to what might could be a real good team.
But he wisely reminds them that a Sensei Seagal shagathon is no joke.
Y'all about to cut your teeth now, let me tell you something. Those fucking guys have no idea. Yeah, well, I got a bad damn feeling they're about to find out.
This bloke is making out with his girlfriend and about to get laid when he blows it all by sharding in his pants. This leads him and his... I mean, I genuinely don't know what happened there. I don't know if he pulled his zip down, but it just stops. They just stop making out. This leads him and his missus to getting slayed by what was originally two alien hotties, but are now just two hot junkies, according to the plot. It is at this point in the movie that my entire world is flipped upside down when Sensei Stripper Lover turns down an opportunity to do what he loves best.
Yeah, we were thinking of going to a titty bar.
I ain't getting no love and I'm too old for love. Why don't your children go on?
Nigga, what?
Why don't your children go on?
I mean, whoever thought we'd come to a point in a movie where Steven Seagal would turn down a goddamn stripper scene? I mean, can we all agree that that was never on the cards ever in anyone's mind? This doofus clearly needs to get laid, live more, and create some better memories.
This is the best day of my life! Yeah!
I mean, if the best day of your life is being at this shitty vibe, this really shit vibe here, and there's just one slapper dancing on a table, and this is the best day of his life. Children go on. Yeah, you're not wrong, Monster. Worst Sensei movie. Nah, Nuno, I'm going to go so far. This is worse. At least he was in Children. At least he was in Attrition, and it was his goddamn voice. This is worse, and he's even lazier in this. He was older, and he was older in Attrition. This is like 2008 or something, or 2006. Attrition was 10 years later, so I'll give him that. This is worse.
Got a good brain.
The big man Seagal shows them all how it's done by groping and attempting to eat a woman that is at least half his age.
What are you doing here?
Following orders. Just like you.
Notice how he doesn't use his stunt double in these scenes, though, does he? Obviously, when it comes time to groping some leg. The three stooges go home with the hottie, but decide to make the doofus jerk off and watch through the door.
Come on, guys, open the door. I'm up next. You can get it up in the first place.
It's gonna get hard.
Sexy alien Vixen kills one of the lads, while the other two recall their army training for their elite reflexes and survival instincts. All right. So, I mean, again, maybe shock value, but these guys are supposed to be elite soldiers, right? This guy just stands there, doesn't do anything. And this guy, you'd think he'd go get a weapon or get out of there or something, but no, he just stands there. Don't worry, everyone. Detective Seagal is on the case.
Hey. They're all dead.
The coroner also makes sure to remind us that Seagal is all-knowing and hot shit.
What do you got? Just like you figured.
And to give us a little rundown of the plot change from aliens to some magical drug called CTX.
but mainly my first point.
Traces of a new drug, CTX. Apparently it's the new party drug, just like you figured.
Well, I mean, you guys are talking about steroids in the chat. Van Damme taking drugs doesn't mean shit. He's an actor. They all do it. You think Chris Hemsworth got that big naturally, or that what's that guy, the Indian guy who was in Eternals? They're all on juice. The Rock, you think The Rock looks like that? John said they're all on juice. The problem is they lie about the juice. They all lie about it. That's the issue, and give people the false impression that to get that jacked, you just need to train hard. All right, eat broccoli and rice and chicken breast, and you're gonna look like Chris Hemsworth. Not happening. Oh, well, there you go, Skyfall. Not spinach, it's broccoli, mate. The key's broccoli is the one they like to use constantly. Broccoli. So yeah, they all lie about it. That's the problem. If they didn't lie and they were just honest, then it wouldn't be a problem at all. Grab what's going on, mate. Grab. They lie. I mean, Seagal was probably on the juice too. If you look at his hair, you don't get that kind of hair with like minimal testosterone, low levels of testosterone. You've got to get you got to be on the juice to have a mane like that. That's high levels of testosterone. High levels. Yeah, all the wrestlers used it. They all do. I mean, fucking, isn't there baseball players? What was his name? The guy who got caught, Barry Bonds or whatever, the big deal about him on the juice. The guy was jacked. He looked like a bodybuilder playing fucking baseball. And I don't even know shit about baseball. Those levels are past over with testosterone.
Drug, just like you figured.
While we're here, we should also acknowledge that magnificent thing living atop his head.
Thank you for noticing that.
Seagal goes on to make some bold and I dare say incorrect assumptions.
My team, I will train. Whoever did this or whatever did this, they're good. Yeah, well, that might be, but it was an assassination. That's for sure.
We then cut to big. All of those were lies. His team were not very good because they got smashed by one bird and they all froze. She was not highly trained. She just literally sliced them and they stood there like morons. And it was not an assassination at all. Assassination would imply a lot of prior planning and coordination. That was just a fucking killed three dickheads who were horny and an opportunistic crime, let's call it. Daddy Panda Tits trying to gain access to the female changing rooms, but is denied and seems rightfully pissed off.
Access denied.
Just for the record, they're not even trying to hide the dubbing in some scenes. Usually they have the dubbed individual off screen and they're using B-roll footage. But sometimes they literally do not care if you see the lips moving out of sync.
I really need to know who did this.
Because a top-level majestic researcher went AWOL.
Sensei Flowing Locks is still bitter about his Casey Ryback days when he was
just a cook
and lashes out at some Navy boys.
See now, naval intelligence. I'm disappointed.
A little pervy creeper witnesses the hot chick kill another horny bloke and exhibits the same survival skills as the Special Forces lads earlier. I think we can all agree so far that this movie is absolute dog shit.
That's right, baby. That's right.
All right. So anyway, that's all I've got so far. Probably about halfway through. And the good thing about that is the second half of the movie is actually far, far better than the first half of the movie. So, because then you get to the action scenes with that alien at the end. Really, the ending is possibly the best fight scene in Seagal history, if we're being honest, in my opinion. Oh, one sec. I'll tear this one up. But before I tear this one up, anyway, what we're gonna do is we're gonna just watch a couple of one random video that I found. I think I've still got it, or did I move it off already? Oh no, I got rid of it already. Oh, that's annoying. Oh no, okay, it's gone. It doesn't matter. The fuck happened here? No, okay. That doesn't matter. Filmed in shit like, oh, well, it's funny you mentioned that, Monstro, because I do comment on that later. It's extremely dark. You can't even see some of the scenes.
You actually can't see half of his face. That's how bad it is. So thanks, Josh. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, some of the scenes you actually can't even see his face. That's how dark it is. Now, the biography. There is a biography done by the History Channel of Seagal up until 2004. It goes for about 45 minutes, so we won't watch it all. Some of you may remember we watched briefly. Oh, that's all right, Monstro. Don't stress, bud. I haven't said it yet. I mentioned that later on in the video that I haven't finished yet. It's part of my script, so you didn't miss that. Don't worry. Anyway, the biography. Some of you may remember we watched it last time. We started watching it. We didn't get through it all, and a lot of it's a promotional thing for Seagal because he was filming a movie and releasing his album. So a lot of it was really promotional. On the note of that, I did try and find out what his album sales were for Songs of the Crystal Cave, and I couldn't. There's no distinctive numbers for his album sales, though it was #1 in France and it was #1 in Thailand at some point. And I'd say the reason it was #1 in Thailand is because he was filming a movie there and he filmed his music video there. So for Girl, It's All Right. So I couldn't find any details about that. So what I wanted to do was talk about him from 2004 onwards, but we'll watch the first thing that will lead into this. Now, I asked AI to give me a little idea for Seagal from 2004. And the reason why I say AI sucks is because I was looking at this and look, it's not wrong, it's not bad, but it's just very impersonal. It doesn't really know Seagal and his movies and his life the way that I do. So it's very generalized what it would say, and it wouldn't have the same twists. So, you know, Act 1, Twilight Star, it talks about some shit. And then it goes into his lawman career. But it's all just very, very, very just basic and impersonal stuff. And it's shit. So that's why I just wanted to show you guys that AI is, you know, it's a bit of a dog poop. Thanks, Monstro. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you, my man. So I'm going to write my own biography from Seagal from 2004 to 2025. Now, whilst or the option is I break it up into two, but there's enough information about from Seagal from 1985 to 2004, and I thought the fun little spin is we can add in the later bits of information that aren't included in this. AI is like talking to a robot with a screw loose. Yeah, it is. So the biography, again, focuses a lot on Seagal's early life, which is fine because, you know, that's when he was prominent in the world. Hey, listen, Frank, I got no problem with AI as well. I use AI. I mean, I've got lots of clips of me using Seagal's voice, David Attenborough's voice. I've made video clips using AI. But when it comes to AI creating content or something with substance, I just don't think it's there yet. Because you can't prompt something on how to, you know, I don't know, add some kind of feeling to it, I guess. It's hard to explain. It might get better at time at mimicking humans, but I just think it misses that kind of human touch. Even with the voiceovers, I put my voice into an AI audio cloner thing, the same thing I use with Seagal's voice. But I don't speak in the same monotone voice all the way through, especially when I'm doing my videos. Like, I'll do stuff like that. Or what a wanker. You know, like, I'll change the pitch or the tone, and AI is not great at that. Yet. Anyway. It'll fucking get there. Maybe if I upload more of my speaking, it might know that. But it'll get there at some point. I just don't think we're there yet.
But if you make me feel nice, why? Tell me what you really want all night.
So this is 2004, right? This is before, probably filmed in 2003. It was released in 2004. So we'll say it was filmed around then. There's a lot of dick writing of Seagal in this, obviously, because it's actually a biography channel video.
Most of the world knows Steven Seagal as a movie star, action hero, and 7th degree black belt Aikido master. But there are a lot more facets to this international icon that can only be revealed by the people who know him best.
I mean, in fairness, he doesn't really have any people that other than I guess close friends like his wife and stuff. You don't really hear too much about him talking about friends or relationships, and that's fine. He's probably a private person, but he has remained mysterious throughout the years to some degree, which adds to his allure, his aura. Look at that beautiful side. Look at those sideburns, man.
The best thing about working with Steve was probably.
All right. What is Ja Rule? This is also around the time of Half Past Dead. And anyone who knows anything about Ja Rule, he's a bit of a shyster as well. He was part of the Fire Festival situation, allegedly. What was the best thing about working with Steven Seagal for Ja Rule? Was it A, the lunch buffet, B, free pussy, C, free drugs, D, sense of humor, and we're going to go with E, professionalism on this one. What are we thinking? There's only really two options there. But what are we thinking? Yeah, Ja Rule is a hobbit. He's a little person.
Good pussy.
Vladimir Putin.
Look at it, faggot.
Your sense of humor.
Because if there's one thing he's known for, is his sense of humor. It's funny. Someone makes a comment later on, and I don't know if I included it. I wish I did, but I can't remember if I did. About how you have to be able to laugh at yourself and just let go and relax. And I thought to myself, really, I think Seagal says it. I think so. I don't quote me on that, but. And I thought to myself, really, are you being serious right now?
Richie! You want to play rough? I can play rough. Sorry, I'm not into men.
I knew him first as a movie star, but when he starts to play, you recognize that he can play and he's good at what he does.
Okay, so he says, if you listen to what he says carefully, he can play and is good at what he does. He doesn't actually say he's good at playing. He just says he can play and is good at what he does. That's all I'm saying. Technically, he doesn't say he's good at playing guitar, but he does say that Seagal later on is a gifted individual that could do whatever he wanted.
Play and he's good at what he does.
Don King. That's funny, Monster. I like that.
You think you know all there is to know about Steven Seagal?
Yes, I do. I think I do.
You don't know jack about this.
Yeah. Actually, we'll do that.
Movie star.
That's what he is to me, a superstar.
You'd have thought he was just an average kid growing up in Detroit. Along the way, he also discovered Asian religion, philosophy, and ancient healing practices. They pulled at him in a way he couldn't explain.
I mean, I reckon that I pretty much know the most about Seagal. In terms of publicly available information, if we're being honest, and media and digital media, and interviews and whatever else, I'm pretty sure I'd be up there. I'm going to be up there, surely. I mean, who other than friends and family, let's just remove friends and family, right? Just remove friends and family. And again, the question wasn't phrased very well, but I mean, generally speaking, I think I know more than anyone else about Seagal. Now, I might not be able to necessarily rifle off his kids' names and shit, but I do know he's got 7 kids. I do know that 2 of them are with one bird, 4 with another. And then 1 with the new one. So I know all that kind of stuff, but you can be Google at his quiz. Yeah, fuck Google. Google sucks dick.
And when he was just 17, he said goodbye to his family and moved to Japan.
All right. So, the real reason he moved to Japan, but again, we're not going to go too quiz heavy on this. It just starts off quiz heavy, but it dies off. Don't worry. The real reason he moved to Japan is A, pussy. B, food. C, to dodge the draft into some sort of war or the army. Or D, Aikido, spiritual, blah, 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 blah. What are we thinking the real reason is here? You think it's because of...
Good pussy.
You think it's because I don't have anything about food?
Yeah, now you owe me some good cookies.
You think it's because
Vladimir Putin.
Or you think it's because...
But it might could be an illusion.
Still has, he does have pick me vibes. He does have pick me vibes.
When I first came here, it wasn't unusual to have people, kind of make remarks.
Oh, the answer was D or whatever, spiritual bullshit, by the way. I didn't actually bother to play it, but the answer was D, spiritual bullshit, blah, blah, blah. I mean, a lot of people have said that he didn't want... Humongous. A lot of people have said that he didn't want to go to... Hog again is the answer. He didn't want to go to Japan. Apparently that was his reason to dodge. Who knows? But, yeah, he was a big boy. He would have stood out in Japan. He would have been a big lad in Japan.
Remarks about seeing a foreigner for the first time.
That was a challenge, and Stephen didn't make it any easier on himself.
We were fighting fools every day, all day, for 8 to 12 hours a day. And it would not be uncommon to break a bone or break a finger or break a toe or break a nose or knock your teeth out, whatever it would be.
Do you guys believe that he was fighting people every day? Do you think he was like literally getting into brawls every day with his stories about the Yakuza and people challenging him? Sensei, have you ever seen a sideways pussy? What does that even mean, man? What is it? I don't understand. Is that a thing? No idea what that means, Humongous.
He would keep training. He would keep training.
I thought I would take a couple of years in America to...
So this is 1985. He decided to come back to America. Allegedly took his wife's money. His Japanese wife's money, who I think at the time was pregnant with one of his kids, and came back to America. Maybe not pregnant. I think she already had the kids. Came back to America to become a superstar and just dished his family, allegedly.
Do music, healing, martial arts, and writing.
Stephen opened a dojo in Los Angeles and attracted a lot of Hollywood heavyweights: Sean Connery, James Coburn, and super agent Michael Ovitz, who represented the hottest stars. Ovitz knew a good thing when he saw one. He had Stephen do an Aikido demonstration for the head of Warner Brothers Studio, Terry Semel.
Yeah, this is where it all began for him. This guy here is pretty much the reason why this channel exists. If this guy did not make that decision that he made at that time, there would be no Steven Seagal. There'd be no whatever. I would not be sitting here. We would not be gathered to celebrate the greatness of Steven Seagal. I had the Bigfoot of nude photos. It was found with some smut from the 1920s. An Asian woman with a sideways vagina. The photo is legit and that's from the... Okay, you can send it to me on Discord, I guess. The guy has blood type Nutella. Tall jeans. She definitely may have.
Terry Semel also knew a sure bet when he saw one. As head of Warner Brothers, he had the clout to put Stephen on the big screen.
He also had an eye for talent, obviously. I mean,
how about this and how about that? You like this? And they say, yeah, we like this stuff. It's great, but we want you in front of a camera.
Terry offered him 3 actions.
So, being behind the movies, being behind the camera is great. Writing scripts is awesome, but they want him in front of a camera because, he had the charisma, remember? He had the charisma.
Scripts. Told him to pick one, and they'd go make a movie.
I read all 3 and I said, Terry, these are all great stories, but I've got better stories. And they said, tell me one. I told them one. They said, we love that story. I said, well, can I write it for you? I said, yeah. I'd like you to write it with another writer so we can move fast.
I'm going to have to clip that. At some point.
They said, tell me one. I told them one. They said, we love that story. I said, well, can I write it for you? I said, yeah.
I'm going to have to clip that. Yeah. This is also, I should have put in the clip of Rob Schneider where he talks about, he just read the greatest script he ever read. And Rob Schneider asked him, who read it? Who wrote it? And he goes, I did.
I'd like you to write it with another writer so we can move fast. And at that time, we picked a team. We wrote Above the Law together. I never really formally studied acting, but I used to do private teachings in meditation and the martial arts and stuff. And one of the people who came to learn from me in Europe one time was James Mason. I didn't ask him to teach me acting, but everything I would teach him in meditation or philosophy or Zen or the martial arts, he would always compare it to acting.
Don't you love how the guy probably came to him for martial arts lessons, right? But the first thing he mentions is about the spirituality and teaching about Zen and shit.
Meditation or philosophy or
or philosophy.
Zen or the martial arts, he would always compare it to acting. The one thing he said that really stuck in my mind,
I love the photos they use of his facial expressions, too.
he said, the secret to being a great actor is to not act. Just be yourself. And then it was easy for me.
Quickly!
Quickly! Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Because now, I will snatch every motherfucker birthday.
That's probably the answer, yeah. I try not to act, you know. I think the most important thing in acting is to not act.
I'm going to take you to the bank, Senator Trent. To the blood bank.
Okay, so these things I obviously added in myself. These are not part of the biography. I added these in myself.
You want to talk about a heavy hitter? His first 3 films earned more than $200 million.
And then his last 40 films probably earned about $5 million combined box office. Actually, let's see if ChatGPT can find out for us. What is the combined box office and DVD earnings of Seagal movie? Oh, what the fuck? Of Seagal movies since 2004. Let's see how we go. In the meantime,
Anybody see Richie? Fuck you. Anybody know why Richie did Bobby Lupo?
I may have added that in also because, you know, Richie. Let's have a quick look. I wasn't able to find a comprehensive breakdown. Here's what is known as of 2014. One source estimated that, but that's including his good ones. So that doesn't help. No, it doesn't help. They're all DVD, so there's no numbers at all. We got no numbers on Seagal's movie money since he turned to shit, so that's useless.
And $200 million.
Anybody see Richie? Fuck you. Anybody know why Richie did Bobby Lupo?
This puts Steven into the
Have you noticed a trend with all the photos of when he's shooting? He's always got that same face on.
same league with the big action heroes. Arnold Schwarzenegger, who had come out in Terminator. Bruce Willis in Die Hard. Mel Gibson with Lethal Weapon. And Sylvester Stallone as Rambo.
All right. Who are we putting in our top 5? Let's go top 5. I mean, if we're being honest, we've got to put Mel Gibson number 5, right? He can't be in the top 5. I mean, top 4. We've got to put Mel Gibson number 5. All right, let's do the top 5. Mel Gibson number 5. I agree with that. All right, we got. Is anyone going to dispute that? Is anyone going to dispute Mel Gibson as number 5 above any of the other 4? Can we lock Mel Gibson in at 5? Let's look. Who are we putting at 4? I mean, Bruce Willis over Sensei Seagal is a big one. It's got to be Bruce or Steve-O. Sensei, Bruce, Arnie, Sly. Okay, so 4, what are we thinking? 4 is 4. Who are we going for? 4 equals Sensei. We don't have to. Well, I was going to put Sensei at number 1, obviously, but I'm going to put Bruce at 4. What are we thinking for 3? Arnie or Sly? Yeah, I agree with you, Monstro. Arnie or Sly for number 3? Who are we putting in at 3? This is a big one. This is a big one. 3 is a big number because number 1's already taken. So 3 or 2. Who are we putting at number 3? Arnie or Sly? You got Terminator or you got Rambo and Rocky, man. I mean, Terminator, Bennett, John, Arnie at number 3, you reckon? No, Dolph Lundgren. Thanks for the contribution, Lars. Conan. All right, so we're going to put Arnie at 3. So we're putting Sly at 2. All right, we're putting Sly at 2. And 1 is Seagal. All right, that's how it's rolling. Bam. So we got Seagal, Stallone, Arnie, Bruce, and Mel. All right, I'm happy with that. That's some love heart worthy shit. I'm happy. That's going to get some emojis. Let's get some Seagal emojis going. I'm going to put all of them on one line. That's how excited I am. I'm putting all of them on one line. That's how fucking exciting I am. All right.
I think that the most important thing in filmmaking is to have a story. And if you have a story that's about something that people care about, and from there, action is often born.
I just watched Attack Force, and this guy's trying to talk to me about a story that people care about. It didn't even make any sense. But anyway, he hadn't done that movie yet, in fairness to him. You're putting Mel at number 4, Humongous. That's a big call. 3 Sly, 2 Arnie, 1 Seagal. I actually don't. I would have been happy with Arnie at number 2. I don't think Mel's going at 4 though. Mel's going at 5 for me. Bruce is going at 4 just for bloody Die Hard alone. He gets the number 4 spot. Lethal Weapon is not better than Die Hard. I'm sorry. Die Hard's better than Lethal Weapon. That's all I'm saying, and there is no discussion on that.
Action is
Die Hard with Samuel L. Jackson especially. In answer to your question, Snake.
Richie.
often born organically. It's the times when you don't have a story and you just throw action in there that it's very offensive or very boring.
Steve, I may have also added that in as well. All right, Mad Max is good. No, that's true. Mad Max, fair point. But I don't know if I'd necessarily call that an action movie per se. But that is a good. No, that's true. I'm gonna have to. Mad Max was good, and I'm Australian here. I'm Australian here as well, but we're talking purely like action though. I'd say Mel Gibson's a better actor than Bruce Willis overall. I'm happy to concede that. I am happy to concede that Bruce Willis is a better. Mel Gibson's a far better actor than Bruce Willis, but yeah, I'm going to go with Bruce on the action movie. Not his later ones. He did lose the plot. Air America. I don't know, remember Air America, but I mean, Con Air, man. Con Air. No, that was Nick Cage. Sorry, not Con Air. What was I thinking of? Armageddon. Sorry, Con Air. Armageddon. Best action film ever. Destroy All Monsters. Second best. The monster movie made in NK. I have no idea what either of those are. What's Destroy All Monsters? We're getting off topic here, but it's all right. I like a bit of fresh shit.
The most gangster politician of all time.
Stop it. Destroy All Monsters. Okay. It's from 1968. Yeah, fair enough. I thought you were going somewhere with that. I like that. Would you consider Braveheart action overall? I wouldn't necessarily put as more of a period epic than I'd put it as an action movie, but or more of a even drama action. But it was good. It was good. Prince did a film where he paid a pink rabbit. Yeah, was that Bugs Bunny or whatever? Roger Rabbit, was he in Roger Rabbit? Was he in that? Anyway, Under Siege was great. Under Siege was great.
And has made more than 20 movies since he started out in 1988.
This is the place that I grew up. It's my home. It's my people, my culture in a lot of ways.
All right. What's he talking about there? Where's his people? Where's his culture? Is his home in a lot of ways? Is he talking about A, America, B, Japan, C, his local bakery, or D, the local whorehouse? I love how Josh just goes straight into D. William's not fucking around either. Everyone's just assuming that he's going straight for the
good pussy.
No one thinks he's interested in.
Yeah, now you owe me some good cookies.
Can I laugh in your face?
Richie!
Japan all day long. See. Japan all day long. No, let's see.
Most people are unaware that he lived there for 18 to 20 years.
But the answer was Japan, by the way.
Speaks fluent Japanese, spent countless years training as an Aikido master.
He plays a character named Travis Hunter who has to go up against the Japanese mafia.
So this guy, by the way, who literally glazes Seagal throughout this whole thing, I couldn't tell you how many times this guy just glazed Seagal throughout the whole thing. And it's because he's the president of Seagal. That Steamroller Productions is Seagal's production company. So at the start of every shitty Seagal movie, post 2000 and maybe even 1996 onwards, I'd say, is Steamroller Productions is involved. Definitely from all of his most recent shit. And this guy pretty much just wants to be Seagal. He essentially just wants to dick ride him for sure.
Yeah, which is called the Yakuza.
It's not really my life story, but part of it is.
Again, there's a story about it looks creepy. There's a story, he's doing a story about he goes to Japan and includes a Yakuza. It's not about his life, but part of it is. No doubt the part with the Yakuza is about his life.
Not really my life story, but
Goldphone, after meeting Seagal, he should have changed his name to clearly a business genius. Well, you know, he milked Seagal as much as it was. Yeah, you're probably right, Mark. It may have been. I don't know if he was involved with it, though. Was it Steamroller? That's when he was with Nassau, was it? You might be right. It may have been when he was still with Nassau, whereas I think now it's just him on his own. I think he parted ways with Nassau at some point.
part of it is. Yeah, these are my people. Ain't nobody mess with me over here. You know?
I don't know.
I have to clip that as well. Ain't nobody messing with me.
Part.
He sounds a bit like Cartman here. Listen to this.
If it is. Yeah, these are my people. Ain't nobody mess with me over here.
He sounds a bit like Cartman there. Got a bit of a Cartman. Yeah. Peak hair, not a widow's peak, a diamond peak. It is a glorious peak.
You know?
I don't know another Hollywood star who's this well versed in environmental issues, which after all,
How dare you?
are the key issues of the 21st century. Steven's on top of it. He's done his homework. He's a voracious reader, and his movies reflect that. That's extremely courageous. And he got raked over the coals for doing it.
They got wrecked over the coals because he was trying to preach to people. He was just talking absolute shit. The movies were crap. He seemed very pompous in it and preachy. I think it had a little bit more to do with that than being ahead of his time. Is Steve still in Russia? I think he is he travels around a lot. He's officially lives in Russia as far as I know, but he travels around a lot. He's always going to Dubai and various other places. You know, he's got to save the world. So you can't just save the world from one place. You got to travel to save the world. Yeah. Get me down from here. Yeah, that's what I thought too, Josh. What's he actually reading, though? What's he actually reading? The question is, what is he actually reading?
And believe me, there are many days we're on the set, and it's not stunts. He's just doing it.
All right, now this guy, this guy. Again, this is 2004. Lots changed since then. So,
and believe me, there are many days we're on the set, and it's not stunts. He's just doing it.
I'm gonna play. I'll be back in a second. I'm just gonna play this one. I'm gonna go fill up a drinky poo. That sounded so gay. 1 sec. All right.
What the fuck?
If this phenomenal hand speed and his quickness and his agility.
I mean, again, I don't know. Thanks, Snake Plissken. I appreciate it, mate. Snake Plissken, what movie is that from? Thanks, brother. Where are we? 1 sec. Let me just get this fucker. Get me fat mug back on. Just had to get up some beverage. Now, the hand speed thing was an interesting one when he mentioned that. I mean, this guy, I don't know if he knows what hand speed means, but there's a lot of glazing going on in this.
This phenomenal hand speed and his quickness and his agility. And really realizing now, working with him, he can do everything he did on screen.
That's one of my favorite clips. I use this a lot in movies because, I mean, I mean, first of all, it's Durag Seagal, right? Which is the best Seagal. I've mentioned many times. Durag Seagal for me is the best Seagal. The only thing that beats Durag Seagal is goatee Durag Seagal with orange tint sunglasses. That to me is maximum complete form Seagal. Like when Frieza, goes into his third form, or Goku that's complete Ultra Instinct Seagal. That's what I'm going to call it. Ultra Instinct Seagal. That's Durag, sloppy goatee, orange tint sunglasses, Durag Seagal. That's peak. That's peak diamond, as Dark Dino Records would say. Peak diamond. And the double chin, of course. I mean, the double chin. That's the way to go. Solid Snake.
So this is Nancy. My brother bought her for $8,000.
Now, when I first heard that out of context, I thought, damn, his brother's just openly buying kids. But apparently it was to save them from an abusive family. 8,000 is pretty cheap, though. I mean, he just gave the family 8,000 and took the kid and did what? I don't know. Like, took her away? I'm not sure. But his brother bought a kid for $8,000.
I don't want anybody to know anything about me necessarily, other than I'm trying to be as good of a human being as I can to help others.
So he said basically that he doesn't want anyone to know anything about him other than he's a good person trying to help people. Now, I will say one thing. He's given money away and he's done a lot of charitable stuff. So it's easy to sit here and sling shit on him for being a douchebag and his movies and all that. But at least he has, to some degree, as well as assaulting stunt people and whatever else. I don't think it's his real brother, Michael. I think he just means brother as in the priest, like a close friend of his, like a brother. I don't think he means brother. He at least has contributed to charities and done that kind of shit and given his time for that. So I'll give him that. I'll give him that. That's for sure.
Bottom line on Steven is that he has a lot more layers than people realize.
I mean, I had to take a stab. I couldn't just let that one go without putting a picture of him with his many layers. There's a lot of layers here. There's a few layers under there.
You're born with a love for music. It's a kind of a karmic thing like anything else. We all seem to embrace the things that we love through past life tendencies and memories. When you just can't explain it, it's just what you know and what you love.
I love the fuck out of cookies.
I've been playing music since I was born, I've been playing music since I was born.
Did anyone else? I mean, we actually made fun of him, right? I don't know if you guys remember. I've got this still. I'm sure it will pop up. Okay, so there's a from Seagal's AMA that he did. Someone says, "Hey, I just wanted to ask you about your musical abilities. When, where, and how did you start playing the guitar?" And Seagal wrote back. This is Seagal's official account. Wrote back, "I started playing the guitar in Detroit. I started playing the guitar in Detroit in the 50s, and I was in an all-black band." A lot of people laughed at that. I may have been one of those people, but now it all obviously there's evidence that that's wrong.
Fuck out of cookies.
I've been playing music since I was born.
So if he's been playing music since he was born, obviously he was in an all-black band before the age of 8 years old. So it checks out now. I mean, we can all put that to bed, guys. We can all just pretty much just put that to bed.
Thank you, Paul.
I've been playing music since I was born, Last thing she said to me before she died, she said, "I'm asking you, please put the record out. Put your music out there."
His mom wanted him to put this music out there. I hope someday you get to interview. I would love to. I would genuinely love to interview him. If he can make that happen to some degree, that would be great. I would actually like to go to if he invites me to do like a seminar where he beats me up for the day and shows me that his Aikido is real, I'd happily do that. I will go and get my ass whooped by Seagal for a day. He'd probably break some shit on purpose, though, if anyone told him about some of the videos I've made. But I would go do that. And if he was a dangerous dude, I would happily admit that he's a dangerous dude. But I would love to interview him. I did try and interview one of the guys who did a movie with him, but he said he already did an interview on Red Eye's Review, and he didn't want Red Eye Review's channel, and he didn't want to do a similar kind of thing over here. So his channel helps boost his career. Yeah, I'd say Space Ice single-handedly has been making Seagal money, if nothing else. People would go and get the movies, his shitty movies, to rent or, you know, online or stream, just purely based on probably Space Ice, and to a lesser degree my channel as well.
Stop the car! Stop the car!
This was a scene, by the way, from Half Past Dead. This was in the movie. Yeah, most people you can just survive that shit. By the way,
if you need to take a boat from one side of the river to the other, and there's snakes in the boat, it doesn't mean that you're a snake. It just means you got to be with the snakes for the ride.
So this is when he was talking about people, his Hollywood career with his wife.
One side of the river to the other.
He's giving you some Zen wisdom, guys. So pay attention.
If you need to take a boat from one side of the river to the other, and there's snakes in the boat, it doesn't mean that you're a snake. It just means you got to be with the snakes for the ride, and you try not to get bit.
Stephen calls Hollywood cannibal town. People eat each other up.
But in Hollywood, things don't all.
He calls it cannibal
Each
town.
other up.
He's not wrong though. Hollywood is a cesspool of shit. That's for sure. He ate the snakes. Well, he probably thought they were candy snakes, like jelly snakes, so he ate them. He didn't really look.
But in Hollywood, things don't always work out the way they should. In 2003, Stephen was hit hard. His ex-partner of more than 10 years, Jules Nasso,
Yeah, the mafia guy.
talked to the mob about threatening Stephen, allegedly over a business dispute. The FBI got the plot on tape. Nasso admitted to extortion conspiracy in federal court. He was sentenced to a year in prison in February of 2004.
People that I thought were my friends betrayed me, and
I don't think they were ever his friends. I think they were just riding on his Hollywood coattails and saw an opportunity to make money. And he probably felt like hot shit doing it as well, so he went along with it. They may have helped open doors for him. Who knows? This is all alleged. Who knows?
did terrible things to me and the people around me. I got caught in situations that made all of this very public.
Apparently he was shitting himself, by the way, when they came to see him, and rightfully so. I wouldn't want to be visited by the mafia, but yeah.
And as you know, people tend to thrive on scandals and bad news.
The tabloid.
That's his natural hair right there, by the way, just bopping around.
Scandals and
see, it's natural flow. That's all him. This is definitely all him here.
Bad news.
The tabloids had a field day. Stephen has always been a target because of his exotic past and the intriguing myths that surrounded him, including possible connections to the CIA.
Yeah, the ones that he basically insinuated he has.
That I've worked with people who were in the CIA and worked for the CIA.
That's really Seagal's voice, by the way.
I don't ever talk about what I've done, but a couple people have an idea.
Did you or did you not work with the CIA? Did I make that up, or are people just saying that to be funny, or did you actually have a job with the Central Intelligence Agency?
I like the way you say that. Well, you know, it's kind of a personal thing, Dave. It's a little it's tough to talk about.
You can't talk about it? So that means you were with the CIA?
It's pretty embarrassing, and I wouldn't like to talk about it because it's kind of a painful memory. One time, when I had a relationship with those people, I was assigned to an airport in Miami, and I...
Did you get involved with that while you were in Japan?
Absolutely.
Were you drafted by an agency or someone that wanted to take advantage of your fact that you were an American and a martial artist and someone who may have known the country?
The reason why there's insinuations about him being in the CIA is because he insinuated he was in the CIA. Samantha's got, you should, oh, he's still gonna A on a first name basis. No, not yet. I think he'd want to kill me. That Jack in that film ruined my week.
Something like that.
Something like that. So that makes, again, this movie is all the more reason to say it's believable.
Absolutely.
You have a lot of facts in here.
I'd say it's a very believable film.
Used to be, you know, when I was first in
Look at him implying without implying what's going on.
Japan, most of the guys that I knew in the CIA were all World War II veterans, and they were all officers.
CIA. Have you ever been involved? Do you know people at the CIA?
I might have met a couple of folks once or twice.
Have you ever lived a dangerous life that might be like the lives they live when you're in the CIA?
I did a couple of things, you know, once or twice. In Buddhism, we say that one shouldn't swell up with pride when we're praised and things go.
How did I get into taking the piss out of Seagal? First of all, Nathan, I think you're mistaken. I think what you're trying to say is when did I first recognize Seagal's brilliance and decide to dedicate my life to worshiping his magnificent teachings? I would say once I started watching his latter movies, and then I started looking around on the internet, I've thought to myself, man, this man is magnificent. And then the rest just kind of snowballed out of control, and I started rolling with it. No pun intended on our big man friend here, Seagal.
Wonderful. And we shouldn't shrink in humiliation when we are denigrated. I get people on the ground faster by making them laugh than I do with the martial arts. So,
all right, who believes that for a second?
On the ground.
Who believes this for even a split second?
Shrink in humiliation when we are denigrated. I get people on the ground faster by making them laugh than I do with the martial arts. So
I love how he thinks that he's such a comedian. He makes people laugh. First of all, he gets people on the ground with martial arts because they're diving and flipping around and shit. That's mainly why.
Well, I think I'm pretty funny.
Okay. Do you think he's funny? A, yes. B, no, not at all. C, yes, unintentionally. Or D, he fat. What are we thinking here, people? What are we thinking here?
Look at it, faggot. Look at it, faggot.
D, C, yes, unintentionally. I genuinely think, I think he's, by the way, can you look at this freeze frame? Have a look at that hair. Now, this was not done deliberately by me. This is just by chance. So this is how you know that this is meant to be. If you notice here, I'm sure you can all see the mouse cursor. Look at the separation here. I don't know what's going on here. And then there's something extra going on top here. There's like multiple. What would that look like in real life? I can only imagine what that would look like in real life. But just look at it here. It's Ruthie. Ruthie. That's such an Aussie thing to do. Ruthie. Such an Aussie way to say the name. Look at that magnificent hair, though. Anyway.
I'd love to see Steven do the roles that Leslie Nielsen was doing 10 years ago. I mean, Steven, I think, is that funny and could actually have that kind of a career.
So here's this dick riding guy again. He thinks that Steven Seagal is as funny as Leslie Nielsen in terms of his comedic abilities, the guy from Naked Gun. Well, I'm not going to say was a great actor, but I will say was a great actor for that role, Naked Gun. I don't know too much about Leslie Nielsen beyond Naked Gun because he was, before my time. But I will say that I don't know about Seagal being as good as... I did see the Onion movie, but even then, it doesn't really rely on his acting. He just had to do some punches to the cock. It was more about the script than it had anything to do with his abilities, Mike. It wasn't really because of his acting, whereas I'd argue Naked Gun, all those episodes, without Leslie Nielsen, would they have been the same? I don't know. That's just my opinion. But this guy, that's his president or whatever of the Steamroller production, so he has to dick ride Seagal as much as he can.
While also maintaining his action career.
I mean, you have to sort of throw your own ego away, and that's kind of what I'm trying to do. I mean, you have to sort of throw your own ego away, and that's kind of what I'm trying to do.
That seems exactly what he's trying to do.
Bullshit, motherfucker!
So again, they were filming this. These people followed him around on a he was shooting Into the Sun, which I haven't done yet, which we'll get to at some point. I think once I finish Attack Force, I'll work on the biography or the autobiography of Seagal, which after this we'll make some points on. I'll get you guys to help me make some points about Seagal's autobiography moving forward. But he was filming Into the Sun, which is his Japanese, when he went back to Japan for the first time in a long time, apparently.
I think the thing that I like best is writing. I like producing and directing a little bit. The thing I like least is acting. You know, I don't really love being in front of the camera too much, but I like to have my imprimatur on everything I can to try to protect the quality and the dignity and the heart of the piece.
Yeah. So again, he likes to have his input as much as he can to protect your quality, authenticity, blah, 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 whatever the fuck he said.
Protect the quality and the dignity and the heart of the piece.
A man as talented as he is, I think could do most anything that he decides he wants to do.
See, BB. Okay, so
he
basically
really does.
Oh, sorry, we got one more quiz question left before we move forward we'll start working on the biography just quickly before we finish up. Except for what? He can do anything he wants to do, except no, Nathan. No, Nathan, that's where you're wrong, my friend, because the plan is to get it done in Steven Seagal's narration voice. So it will be an autobiography because Steven Seagal will be narrating his own biography. So for all intents and purposes, it will be an autobiography, my man. And it will be of the most supreme order possible. Now, Steven Seagal can do anything except for what? A, lose weight. B, make a decent movie now. C, walk upstairs. Or D, wash his hair. Do we think he can wash his hair? Do you think he can actually wash his hair? What do you think? What do you think's going on with that thing? I wonder if he can actually wash his hair. I'd be curious to know. So yeah, Nathan, the plan is to use AI voice cloning, which I use many times of Seagal or David Attenborough, to do an autobiography from the perspective of Seagal. I was going to focus on the years 2004 until now, but I feel like I should do the whole. We'll put it to a poll. That's the best way to go. Should the autobiography? Oh, God damn it! Oh, God damn it! I'm way too drunk for this. Be from 2004 onwards, complete life. That's the easiest way to fucking do it. Bam. All right. So anyway, what was the poll? What did most people answer with you? Well, nothing's wrong in this.
He really does want people to like him. He really is caring. He really does want to have the best for people.
I'm not really attached to any image, and therefore I don't like, people sort of look at me in one light. I'm multidimensional, as all humans are, and I would like to just be able to be regarded as somebody who is here to try to make the world as a better place, because that's why I'm here.
Big Daddy Pumpkin Tits. That's why he's here, guys. Make the world a better place. Make it a better place. So again, like I said, using AI, you can do many, many things, such as this.
In 2004, I decided to dispel with the karate chops and extremely high kicks and begin focusing on what is important, banging women all over the globe and becoming friends with Vlad Putiput. It wasn't easy. I had to do a lot of walking and standing, and I even had to eat some vegetables, but I had plans to take over the world, and my cock would be in the mouths of every person in every country.
So the power of AI means this autobiography is going to be gold. For those of you that aren't too familiar with the power of AI, that's what we can do. So the autobiography, I'm thinking, might be something unique. I'm going to make it a bit outlandish. I can't make it too obvious or too what's the word? Tame. So, all right. So the autobiography. let's just do a few key points. We'll try and finish this up in the next 15, 20. The fart lets you know it's real. So, I mean, if you guys want to help contribute to the autobiography, I'm thinking we're gonna start from the early years. All right, when he was Lansing, Michigan, but he was destined for multi-ethnic greatness. I think that's a key. So there's some things we're going to touch on here. Multi-ethnic greatness. All right. At some point, he has to have an affinity for cookies. He has to find his love for cookies. Right. That's a key thing. Sitting whenever possible is key. So we're going to have to put in the sitting whenever possible. What else we need? References to young women, because there's going to be a video clip to this, obviously, as well, to the biography. And given that I have, endless catalogs of, I've got literally, if I go here, frequently used, I got clips in. I've got Aikido fighting, I've got females, I've got interviews, I've got music related, I've got people talking about cigars, I got him smoking cigars. I got shit for everything. So I've got the media covered, and I still find things I haven't found, but so we're gonna have the references to young women. All right. What else happened throughout his career? 4 wives, banging. Well, banging third while still married to 3 wives. Sorry, not 4. What am I doing? 3 wives. Banging third lady while still married to 2 women on 2 continents. All right. Anyone else got anything else? Throw some bitch ex-wives. If anyone's got anything to contribute, feel free to throw out. Feel free to throw some bitch mummy won't take me 10. Obviously, all right, mama, don't come too hard till you get home is going to be in there as well at some point. What else we got going on? 3 wives, banging third lady while still married to 2 women on 2 continents. Strip clubs. Yeah, strip clubs is a winner. But that's more of his movies. But yeah, strip clubs, movie related. What else happened in his life? I suppose cookies are his real world. The failed energy drink's going to have to come into it. They didn't mention the failed energy drink. Colonizing a sport and foreign sexual slavery, foreign escorts. Yeah, we can tie that into the energy drink and the Russian bird in the video clip. Russian sex slave in video clip. Yeah, we can put that in there, definitely. Shitting himself, Jean LaBelle. Good call there, Nathan. Whether it's true or not doesn't matter. Let's just put truth is irrelevant. If it comes from Seagal's mouth, right, about shitting his pants, people are probably more likely to believe it. Can we agree on that? Because there's an AI warning that will be on the video, but I don't know if people will actually realize there's an AI warning. Most people don't even check that. He's CIA. Yeah, that's a good call, Hash. Good call. Once I put my filter in my cigarette, just remind me about that. Law enforcement. Good call, Mike. Good call. Law enforcement. We've got to see, this is what the 2004 autobiography hasn't taken into account. All his latest shit. Law enforcement, CIA, FBI, Special Forces, badass, fucking God. First civilian, yeah. I didn't mention that in the song, but yeah. First civilian disarmed nuke, that's a good one. Yeah, that's recent. Now, what else we got? Thunderbolt didn't fall. Fail. All the cells went to fill in the pool. Probably. Lightning Bolt. Cuba. Lightning Bolt. He was the Zeus version of it, not the Thor version of the drink. The Zeus version, not the Thor version. Sawadee Cup. Like comedians and actors. All right, what else we got? First civilian disarm. That was a good one. Do they call a white monkey a Westerner that comes over to Panda to the locals for attention? They call a white monkey in China. Yeah, there's a lot of those videos. I see that too. He's money laundering. Yeah, Italian mafia. I think it was more about the Russian mafia, not Italian. I never heard about you mean like the Julian Nassau and stuff for mafia? I thought you meant actually like Italy, like Sicilian. Okay. Russians also. Oh, well, I've done the ethnic fluidness, but we'll put that in again. Proclivity for speaking like a black person and acting like a black person. And if anyone's going to ask me what that is, you can go fuck yourself. Can't be bothered explaining, but you'll know what I mean. Oh, he's spiritual. That's right. Spiritual greatness. He's a Lama, a Tulku, and he's also a Rinpoche. Now, I don't know what all them are, but they're basically various gods in a different religious sects. He's basically a god in various religious sects. We've got some great points here. What else has happened in his recent life? Obviously, friends with Pooty Poot, Belarusian dude, Serbian resident, world leaders, ambassador, America, Russia. This is going to be a long video. Walks like a black man, breathes like a killer. What movie was that from, Scotty? Was that Half Past Dead? I think it was Half Past Dead. Walks like a black man, breathes like a killer. He does something. I don't know if it was it breathes like a killer? That was great though. Learning a keto. Yeah, he's a keto roots. Well, he's basically, this is more of his more recent stuff, I guess. I've covered some of his. You're right. I did cover some of his older stuff here as well, but we're looking at more of his more recent shenanigans. Is what we're after here. What else? What else has he done more recently? KGB agent. Yeah, you're not wrong. How sheepy he pretty much is. I suppose we can call him Shakespeare because he has created a whole new language and phrases. But it could be an illusion. We can definitely add them in. I think that's pretty much the gist of it. So that what I'll obviously try and do is tell the story through his eyes, like someone would, growing up in a small town in Lansing, Michigan, being destined for greatness, etc., etc. And then we'll go from there. Anyway, it'll be a work in. I don't know if I'll get it done in a week because it seems like it's going to be quite a hefty project, but I look forward to working on it. He lies in 78 languages fluently. He does. All right, there's a couple of little videos I want to watch before we finish up. If there's anything that anyone wants me to check out, let me know now. Teaching Silver the front kick. That's right. MMA greatness. Teaching champions to win. Here's Jackson's versus Black Man or something. Yeah, you're not wrong. He's pretty close. Mumbling. Well, the mumbling origin kind of. There's no real origin to the mumbling. It's more of an evolution of the mumbling, Mark. It kind of just evolved over time. I'm not sure. Where the origins of it was, but it evolved over time. Now, I just found there's a couple of videos that I found interesting that are completely unrelated at all to what we normally talk about with Seagal. But that's okay because it doesn't make it any less funny. This is somewhere in England. This is real, by the way. He's Lindsey Graham's secret lover.
Officer, how old? Huh? How old's your colleague? 18, yeah? Are you 18?
Oh, I wish. 38.
Okay, big up, man. She looks so young, man.
Fresh out of college.
Fresh out of college, yeah?
I mean, who is this person going to police? It looks like they're filming a movie.
Big you up, man. How old? Oh, shit. Good.
I don't even know if that's a boy or a girl. Does anyone even know if that's a boy or a girl? Or a male or a female? Whatever you want to, whatever the fuck they identify as.
Shit. Good to see you, though, yeah?
He had a video game, but not sure it got released. It did not get released. We have watched it on this channel numerous times. It's called Seagal Final Solution. Steven Seagal Final Solution, I think it was, or Final Option. It was not released. It was a proposed game. But he's screwed if he has to arrest it. He's screwed if he has to arrest anybody.
Take care.
Who's that guy going to arrest?
It's so funny to me that people look at me and say,
"Nah, fuck off, mate."
Officer,
just the sheer size of this guy.
Man.
I don't know who they're going to stop. That's a girl. I can see her bob. Is it really? Oh, the hair bob. Yeah, that's a girl. Don't know. Looks like a little fella. Is there a hair bob? Turn to the side, little fella.
Good to see you.
Oh yeah, a little hair bob there. Yeah, again, who the hell is that person going to arrest? It's a she, apparently. The bearded dude is weirdo when she turns to the side. Yeah. I got you, Dave. Good call. Good call, Dave. Looks like a little hair bobby. Little bun, whatever you want to call it. Adam, thanks, mate. Welcome. You must be my Polish, my friend. Yakshamash. What's going on? That's got to be a Polish name. I got some, my best friends in Australia are Polish. Shout out to Susan, Matt. Anyway, moving on. By the way, you're coming in kind of at the arse end of everything, Adam, but, you can always rewatch it if you want, mate. You get the police force you pay for. Yeah, well, yeah, I guess you do. You're gonna need it at some point, by the way, because there's shit's going wild in England, man. I see a lot of videos about what's going on in the UK, and yeah, there's gonna be some wild shit happening soon. If any of the protests or anything to go by, there's actually, I think there's one planned in Australia for the 31st of August. I don't know what it's called. March for Australia, it's called. I'm not in Australia, so I won't be attending. But it's Seagal loves coming in at the arse end. Well done, Tuba. That's what she said. That's a nicely timed comment. But yeah, there's a. I live in UK 21 years now. I'm in the UK. Yeah, it's shit. I heard there's gonna be massive protests. I see a lot of protests everywhere in the UK at the moment. I know that some countries in Europe aren't too pleased. Ireland, I've seen some videos in Ireland. Speaking of SS, protest against what? Well, I think in Australia it's the government specifically for the cost of living. I don't think ours is too much based on immigration. A little bit on immigration, but I believe the UK is primarily against the illegal immigrants and the migrant hotels and the government fucking forking out shitloads of money to people that aren't UK citizens, while the UK citizens are suffering, I guess. Yes, Lars, I did hear that also. I heard that Sweden is in a bit of trouble. I think the issue, again, we're not political, but we can still talk about shit as humans. I think the issue is not necessarily primarily about people coming in. It's about who they're letting in, the lack of actual vetting of who's coming in, or due process or proper process going through the proper channels. And I think that's the main concern. Also, certain cultures don't assimilate as well, or don't try to assimilate or adopt the culture that they're moving into, which is a problem, I guess, because it doesn't bode well for cohesion and cooperation. So a Mason storm is coming. So there's a lot of shit going down. I think it's everywhere. And I think everyone's just sick of the governments. It's just, everything costs more. We're paying taxes at the arse. They want more money from us. Everything costs more, yet still every single one of our governments are in more and more debt. So again, if you were running a business for 5 years and you kept on losing money every single year and everything was going to shit, you'd be fired. You would not keep getting reelected just with a different cocksucker in charge. So something's got to change, I think, and it's generally the two-party system is trash, because I'm very much a political nihilist, if you will, two heads of the same snake, all that kind of stuff. And I don't think any of them have our best interests at heart. I think regardless of which side you're on, even when it comes to Trump, you honestly think that all these billion-dollar corporations and trillion-dollar corporations are going to let people make decisions that change how much money they make when that person's gone in 4 years and their decisions impact things for decades afterwards? No. So I think they're all just put in place to give us the illusion of choice, and everything gets more and more expensive. The old adage, the rich get richer, the poor get poorer, and we all suffer, just like in war. Rich white dudes are sending a bunch of young kids to go and fight wars that have nothing to do with them. I know it's not that simple, but at the same time, there needs to be some sort of change. I think picking the list of the two evils is one thing, but they're all shit. There needs to be a third option. But the system won't allow a third option, because as soon as you try and do something different, you just get sniped. You'll just get wiped out. If you try and come in there and change everything so it's not about money for corporations and trying to help out people or equality and blah, 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 anything, even if you're trying to drop the neutral system where you're trying to be, your own people first, you will get taken out because it doesn't suit the agendas of the big companies. But anyway, let's not digress off track. Ultimately, I don't talk about that because there's nothing we can do about it. And people have enough shit to deal with rather than having their heads done in about whether the world's bullshit. Illegal crossing from Mexico into the US is down 95%. That is good. That is good. Now, if we can stop half the drugs from coming across as well, that would probably be a bonus, I'm guessing, as well. Suck up and fuck some footballs. Well, you know what? If there was a Steven Seagal, if everyone focused more on Steven Seagal and his movies, then the world would be a better place. Because politics is just entertainment. It's not even a career. It's just entertainment right now. That's all it is. It's just an entertainment. It's not even about 7 Mountain Mandate. I thought, is that some kind of movie? I'm guessing it's not. I actually watched a movie called Sovereign Citizen, I think it was, or Sovereign, with Nick Offerman. That was an interesting thing. I've been seeing a lot of videos now about sovereign citizens popping up on Australia, but all right, we'll finish up on one more video before we're up to about 2 hours and 20. This is pretty interesting here. Whoever this bloke is a bit of a legend. My American friends
the most
might know.
gangster politician of all time, Cassius Marcellus Clay. He was born on a plantation in Kentucky, grew up, went to college, decided that he did not like slavery at all. Went home, freed all of his family's slaves. Then he starts a newspaper and becomes a politician. He starts pushing out.
I assume this is why Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali, was named after this bloke originally. I'm not sure.
We're going to free slaves. Obviously, it's not very popular in Kentucky in the 1800s. He's getting all these death threats. He puts metal sheeting at the front of the newspaper, has a bunch of guns loaded. He has a cannon at the top of the stairs, and he has the entire building rigged up and ready to explode. They try to assassinate him. He kills the assassin and both of his friends with a Bowie knife. Solves most of his disagreements by duels, and he's credited with winning the most duels in North American history. Then he goes on, he survives 2 more assassination attempts, the assassin each time, and then he actually is supposed to be vice president for Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln doesn't take him because he's pushing to free the slaves way harder than Abraham Lincoln wanted to. He straight up bullied him into having to do it earlier than he wanted.
Abe Lincoln. So this guy, I don't know who this bloke was, but he's a bit of an interesting character. Because when I went to the comments, I don't know how true this is. He killed a home intruder at the knife of 89 at the age of 90. He killed a home intruder with a knife at the age of 89. He was also responsible for helping the United States get Alaska from Russia. He converted his family's plantation into a college for everyone. Bit of a badass, anyway. Please include this. Yeah, well, no one's as legendary as Steven Seagal. But anyway, all right, my friends, I think we're going to wrap it up there. Adam, sorry, I forgot to say thank you, mate, for your contribution before. I appreciate it. I'm sorry, we were too busy gasbagging that I forgot, but thank you all for coming. Yes, the autobiography is coming. I will finish off Attack Force in the next couple of days, hopefully tomorrow, to be honest with you. Thanks, Zig. I appreciate it, mate. Thank you all for coming as always. But yeah, Attack Force coming up. Autobiography on the way. I'll try and have some of the script done for next week, or at least some of the video. I'll try and do something for next week. There'll be a new bullshitto. But until then, thank you all, my friends. Appreciate it. Love you all. And I'll see you very, very soon, my friends. Thank you as always, guys. Have a good night. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Hold on. Before we go, I got to do this. What am I doing?
Thank you, Paul. Thank you very much, Paul. Thank you, Paul.
Richie. Look at it. Fuck it.
Okay. I had to finish strong.